All right, so did you see this article by Zapier? It's called Lead Management AI Automation with Impact. So Zapier analyzed the 10,000 AI-powered workflows in their system, and they found that nearly a third of them focus on lead management, which shows how central it is to businesses to automate lead management with AI. So I'll read a quick summary, and then I'd like some of your thoughts on it.
Sounds good.
So AI is most impactful when it enhances core parts of the funnel: lead capturing, qualifying, routing, and nurturing leads by making decisions and adapting based on data. They have 9 or 10 points here. I'm going to just go through a couple of the ones at the top. So where AI adds the most value in lead management. The biggest wins come from using AI to improve decisions, not just automate tasks. Collecting better data automatically. Better input equals better outcomes. AI ensures your lead data is accurate, enriched, and usable from the start. I like this one: lead routing, sending leads to the right place fast. Automation routes leads to the correct salesperson or system based on rules or AI logic. Like if you have salespeople in a specific region or something like that, the AI can look at input on like forms on a website or even like comments on social media and route those leads to the right department or section of your sales team. I liked automation for personalization. So personalized engagement at scale. AI enables personalized follow-ups, emails, messages, and chatbots tailored to each lead's behavior and stage in the funnel. AI makes it possible to scale personalization. Not only the automation there. And I liked this one: what top performing teams do differently. Success comes from treating automation as a strategy, not a shortcut. High performing users don't automate tasks. They build intelligent workflows that adapt, learn, and improve over time. And then I have some thoughts here, but I want to get your initial vibe on that.
Yes, this is mainly saying these are like the main ways that Zapier's users are using AI like to manage the whole lead process from getting the leads to the end sale.
Yeah, real quick. So do you know what Zapier is? Zapier is like an automation workflow system. It's like has a drag and drop. You know, when somebody is a lead on Facebook, you can put them in this workflow and you can put AI into that workflow.
Gotcha.
So my question is always like, is the AI actually doing it work? Is it actually like replacing someone's hours in a day?
Yeah, I think I'd be interested to see like if it actually, like, AI can do all these things easily and quickly, but is it quality? Are the leads getting to the right place, actually like converting? Or is it just looking good on paper? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels very easy to automate most of this with AI, but getting the actual like results from it is still the hardest part.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the blog post and like the table of contents, like the main keys here are how AI systems move work forward, how AI automation looks like in practice, how to start with automation, the bigger picture, Zapier as an orchestration layer. So like they're definitely trying to promote their service for people trying to automate lead flow. But I think the biggest takeaway here is like, if you're a small business and you don't actually have this lead flow issue where leads are coming through and you're actually having to manually route them to specific people, you probably don't need AI in there.
Right.
But I think the personalization is probably the biggest. Like the enriching data part is nice. Like if you get a lead and you can have AI, look up the person's name, and maybe if you're a home service business, you have their address or something like that. Like it looks up their address and finds a Zillow listing or something like that.
Yeah, builds a small profile on them.
Yeah.
In the background.
Like the salesperson can then look up the person's address and then get an idea for the square footage in their house and stuff like that. Yeah,
for sure. I like, I think it was point 8, talking about not using the automation as a shortcut. Just actually using it as a tool, a strategy. I feel like that's where a lot of the value kind of falls off, is when people just try to go in and let the AI do everything for them rather than the parts that it's better at. Just let it handle that part, and then you still manage the parts that need to be human managed.
Yeah, I mean, I have one client site where the contact form, like people will just like list all of their problems and it'll be like 500 words, and you could have the AI summarize that so that the salesperson has a better idea of like talking points when they call back.
Right.
Or even look back in the website and see what pages they went to and kind of get intent. Like if they read, you could see, okay, a lead comes in, now go look at all the pages they viewed with the CRM, and then look at like, oh, they read this blog post first. That's probably really important, and that kind of data wouldn't be captured in the form on the website. Or they contacted you 3 months ago with this problem, and you can summarize all their messages and put into context a message for the salesperson.
Yeah, and that's done automatically, basically. Like you're not having to spend extra energy on that. Do you use Zapier for your business?
I used Zapier for a short period of time. Zapier for me is more helpful when I don't want to integrate with an API, and I can just integrate with Zapier's API because it's simpler, and I let them handle, like, so for instance, Facebook's Leads API, you can do an integrated form on a Facebook ad so the user never leaves Facebook. They fill out their form, it's pre-filled with their name. And then Zapier ties into Facebook's API for you. And then you can tell Zapier, okay, whenever a lead comes in on Facebook, you can post to this endpoint, which is my CRM, so that it puts it into the CRM instead of me having to build an API integration with Facebook. And that was helpful.
Right. Yeah, that's cool.
And it automates, like if you have a third-party like email sequence program or Twilio or something, you could say literally, lead comes in from this third party, send a text or an email to the business owner. Super nice. Or like in 3 days, send this text message back to the person to get like, feedback from them. Like, how was your experience talking to whoever?
Yeah. So you mentioned you use AI for like you said, check the recently visited pages by the lead. Do you use any of these other points in your lead generation or your lead management?
Like which one specific? Like what? Give me an example. Like where are you at on this?
Prioritizing
summary?
The right prospects. Do you have any kind of filtering that you do on your leads before spending the time to reach out to them?
Some of them, like if they put on Infacto's site, if somebody was to put in like their website URL, I would manually go look at their website, see what it looks like to kind of get a feel. And then I may look at, estimated revenue. I may actually go into ChatGPT and have it look up this business and try to get some ideas. So like if they're the registered agent of their own business, you can like go to the state's website and find their LLC and see their registered agent. And like if it's just them, it's like it's a pretty small business probably, or if it's like an attorney's office. So like there are a couple of manual steps I'll do. Mm-hmm. Like if somebody comes in on an Infacto site, I'll look at their website. I'll look at, their budget and stuff like that. And that would kind of, if their budget's under $2,000, I may like just text them. But if their budget's higher and they've visited like 10 pages before they filled out the form, that may be like, oh, I should call them because they're probably more intent. Or if they mentioned, hey, I talked to whoever, Andrew, who's another client of mine, and he said to reach out. Like that may be higher on the list than somebody who just came in and downloaded a free tool or used a free tool like a lead magnet. And so, yeah, those kind of signals definitely are worth automating. Like you just put those rules into a prompt and then tell it to give it a score from like 1 to 10 or something like that. I wanted to go through real quick. There's a section of the blog post I thought was nice, or announcement, whatever you want to call this, what AI automation looks like in practice. And the headlines under that are lead management, kind of what we were just talking about, content creation, message handling, data extraction. And so for lead management, we kind of spoke about that. For content creation, something I found helpful with another client also was I would export all form submissions from a client and then like train an AI bot. Like these are the problems people have, like filter out, any bots that filled out the form, and then find real problems that are in all these form submissions, and then come up with a content strategy that we can use on LinkedIn or Facebook to reach those kinds of people. Because if you get a consistent theme in people that are filling out your forms or something like that, then you can create like a content strategy that talks to people that are already reaching out to you for your problems that you solve. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does. That's interesting too, because you can get value from the leads that don't even end up converting, because you're getting that data to just put straight into your marketing, your content. Yeah,
it helps you build like a customer profile. The next headline, message handling. It says message handling evolves into conversational support at scale. So customers can reach out anywhere, Slack, email, chat, voicemail, and then AI can immediately interpret the request Simple questions get resolved instantly. So this is kind of like you could have a bot, like like a prompt that says, hey, this is a person that filled out a form on a website. Put the whole form data in there and be like, determine if you can answer the question they have or if they need to be redirected to a real person. And then the next step in your automation can be based on, okay, the AI bot can just respond back with an email with common questions and saves the salespeople or the business owner time, like dealing with people who may not have a budget, but still give them value for later down the road. So it's kind of like a chat bot that's kicked off by a contact form on your website.
Yeah. For sure. I think that's one of the first routes most companies are going with AI is like Robinhood, for example, the brokerage. They don't even have customer support at all as a position there. It's all automated, which I think has its pros and cons, but it's always been able to solve my issues.
What do you think the pros and cons of delegating customer support to AI agents?
Well, I mean, if it doesn't understand what the problem is and you just go in a loop, that's pretty annoying. And if you're already like an at-risk customer, or I'll just say if I'm an at-risk customer and I get stuck in a loop with an AI bot, I'm probably just canceling the service. I think the pros are definitely just from the business side of you're not paying someone to handle that. You're not spending your time, helping customers, especially with like the very basic questions that maybe, you just need a simple answer.
Yeah. I think that's like important. If you're going to go this route, then like have it built into the system's logic to like hand this off to a human whenever you've reached a certain point.
Yeah.
Because I think I've interacted with AI bots. So we use Laravel Cloud at Infacto, and it's really nice when I have an issue. I can talk to the bot and it's pretty much like trained on their documentation and it can help me figure out some issues, but then I can escalate that to an actual person and it creates like a ticket in their system and someone will email me back. And then that the human customer support agent has all that context of what I was looking up with their bot, which that's been a good experience. The best experience I've seen as a customer was, there's a handoff to a human whenever you hit a certain point.
Yeah, I think that's important. You need that. I also saw, I think on LinkedIn, a way to save money if you don't want to pay for like ChatGPT is you can just use Chipotle's chatbot and ask it programming questions and it'll help you with that too.
I literally just Googled that and it was going to be one of the topics I talk about. Yeah.
So I think that you make sure your chatbot is locked down to just talk about your company.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, hopefully that was insightful and somebody got some value out of that. We're doing these episodes every day, so tune in tomorrow for some more tech and AI talk.
Love you.